Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Carmel and in today's video I'm sharing my thoughts on some pretty pricey makeup that I've been testing recently. Honestly, it's been a little bit of a mixed bag, so if you are interested in hearing what's good and what's not so good, then please do keep on watching. So I have been testing out a new SPF recently, and this is by Beauty of Joseon. So this is their Relief Sun SPF 50 Rise Plus Probiotics. This claims to be ideal for dry and sensitive skin types. It has a lightweight sunscreen and PA defense, effortlessly absorbs without leaving a greasy residue. And this retails for about €19. However, you can pick it up much cheaper than that. When I was having a look around this morning, I mean, you can pick it up between, I'd say, 10 and 15 euros. And that is actually a brilliant price for what is an absolutely brilliant sunscreen. I have been really enjoying this. So you get 50 ml in here, and I have been using this every day since I got it. And in the claims, it says that it's perfect for dry skin, which I have. And oh my gosh, my skin absolutely loves this. So it absorbs really fast, as you'll see on my face now. And it's non-greasy. You know, some SPFs can just feel a little bit too heavy, and no matter what base I've worn, no matter what foundation, it sat underneath it absolutely beautifully. So yes, I cannot recommend this enough. And it's absolutely fragrance free. I can't smell a thing out of this, and there's no white cast. Feels really hydrating. My skin loves this. While we let the SPF sit for a little minute, we're going to go in and finish off the eyebrows. So I've already filled them in with my Glossier Brow Flick, and we're going to be holding them in place with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel. And this retails for about €26. So it claims to be a lightweight clear gel that sets colour and holds brow hair in place for a clean, polished look that lasts. I'm a simple soul, really, when it comes to eyebrows. I don't really deviate from what I use on a day-to-day basis. My current favourite brow holding product is the e.l.f. Brow Laminating Gel. This is a gel, but it's actually more of a wax, and I think there is a big difference between the two. And one of my viewers, one of my friends, Das, we were talking about this, and it is quite a gloopy formula, so just be aware of that, because you don't want to be putting a lot onto your eyebrows. I don't mind this product, but I don't love it. It's not really, in my opinion, made for people like me who don't have any brow hairs. I will brush it through and then go in with a spoolie from another eyebrow pencil and kind of move it into shape. Look, the difference between this and the e.l.f. Brow Laminating Gel is that the laminating gel from e.l.f. will cling on to every single brow hair, you know, brow hairs that I didn't know I had. So yeah, it doesn't give me the illusion of fuller looking brows like the e.l.f. Brow Laminating Gel does. Yeah, so I think this would be great if you have a really lovely set of eyebrows with a lot of brow hair. I think this would be a nice product for you. For me, I need a bit more help. I need something that's going to help me fake some eyebrows, and this is just not it. It's kind of shiny at first, but it definitely dries down, and it will hold whatever eyebrows you've got in place all day. There's no issue there. There's no dropping with it. It's not for me, really. It's not the best for me and my non-existent eyebrows. We're moving on to the eyes now, and we are going to be going in with this from Natasha Denona. This is her Bloom eyeshadow palette, her most recent release. So this eyeshadow palette contains 15 brand new warm toned floral hues, peachy corals, rich burgundies, and complementing mauves. There are 6 creamy mattes, 2 ultra blendable silky mattes, 2 high shine metallics, and 5 dazzling sparkled foiled shades, including Equinox, which is a groundbreaking peach toned duochrome with a mesmerizing turquoise blue shift and a truly unique shimmering finish. This retails for €76. All right, so that's not a big surprise because that's what we know Natasha Denona's palettes are priced at. And I'm a huge Natasha Denona fan. Her palettes are some of my all-time favourites. And it might sound really, really silly, but I didn't expect it to be quite as warm as what it is. And I don't mind warm. But I found that, and it's possibly because of my olive skin, that a lot of these looks that I come out with this palette come out looking a little orange on me and my skin tone. And the other thing that I wanted to mention was that I've just not been that impressed with the shimmers in here. I find them a little bit underwhelming. Right, let's just get some of this on, shall we? So reluctant to go in with Robin because it always turns out so orangey on me. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go in. So I'm going to take my Angie Hot and Flashy from BK Beauty, the A503 brush. The one thing I have to say is I am never disappointed with the quality of Natasha Denona's eyeshadows. I saw a review by Stephanie Marie and she made a really good point. This palette could have done with being a mini, and I think I would have been happier picking this up as a mini. So I'm going to go in with Ren up here, and this is genuinely one of my favourite colours. This one is more pinky toned. If you're looking for a very, very versatile eyeshadow palette, then you're probably not going to get it from this. And I'm just bringing some of that under the lash line as well. I'm just going to deepen it up a bit with this shade here, which is Floss. But I'm taking my BK Beauty A502. So I think we're going to go in with Equinox today. I haven't actually used this. I mean, it's nice. I'm going to take a little bit of Bark, which is just a deep brown, with my BK Beauty N12. A little bit on the lash line instead of using an eyeliner. And we'll bring a little bit under the lower lash line there. I actually like the fact that it's got a deep brown in here, and it's a very neutral brown, so it's handy to have, you know. So I really was disappointed by this shade here. This is crisp, and I thought it would be a perfect inner corner shade, but I cannot use it without having to spray it. So I'm just going to take my BK Beauty A505 and I'm going to tap into it, and I'm going to spray it with my Charlotte Tilbury. You know, it even that comes out warm. How? I don't get it. And so I've just gone in now and I've wet Equinox, and it's given me a much better payoff. I think she's got much better out there, in my opinion. I mean, I will still use it. I still think it's really pretty, but I'm probably going to go in with the same shades over and over again. I like it, but I don't love it. Yeah, I don't love it. So a little while ago, Sweed gifted me some items and they sent me two mascaras, the Cloud Mascara and the Pro Lash Lift. Now I've used this Cloud Mascara several times on the channel because it's my new favourite. I haven't used this one as much though, so we're going to demo it today. So this is the Pro Lash Lift Mascara and it retails for around €26. This mascara works to strengthen the lashes because it is infused with panthenol. It includes a groundbreaking skinny wand that helps to coat the lashes from the root to the tip. It is water resistant but not waterproof. So I think the thing that stopped me using this so much is the wand, actually, because it is so skinny. So I want to give this a go today. So you will see in this video that not all the products that I'm reviewing today are new, as in new to the world, but some are just new to me. So I'm going to start by just going in and coating the tips of the lashes, because this is a new technique that I learned recently and it's actually great. I saw Smitha Deepak do this. So just coating the tips and then going in at the base and wiggling. So we'll do that. And it's definitely lifting. Whoa, okay, that's fairly dramatic, isn't it? I don't know what you think. It's definitely more impactful than the Cloud Mascara. Now, this is my rubbish eye. We all have one of those, don't we? One good eye, one rubbish eye. Well, I do anyway. So let's see how it does over here. Definitely gives you more drama and more volume, where the Cloud Mascara just gives you that really nice, easy, everyday look. I think that they both give something different. This is definitely the best for drama, for volume. Yeah, it's probably the best all round. And there's absolutely no issues with these mascaras at all. I mean, you are paying a lot for these mascaras, but you are paying for quality. I enjoy these. I think they're gorgeous. I don't have a brand new concealer to share with you today, but I have a newish concealer. Well, I guess it is brand new, but it's not brand new to the channel. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer. This is a reformulation of their previous Double Wear concealer. I really like this. It has this really interesting wand, this doe foot. It's called a 3D sculpting wand. It's quite a dry consistency, but it's fantastic because once it sets down, it stays there. So the thing is about this concealer is it does dry down really quickly. So you need to work pretty quick. I mean, it gives you time to blend out. Some of us are going to get creasing during the day, and everybody's going to get some creasing. Okay, all right. Unless you are 13 years old, you're going to get a little bit of creasing under the eyes. But this is the shade I have, which is the shade 2N. And that's one thing to note about this. The shades are light. So I'm going to pop it on the back of my hand first today. And I'm going in with my BK Beauty N16. And I'm just going to tap into it. I'm trying to be really good and pop products on the back of my hand first before I pop them on my face. Well, where applicable. So I'm not going to use a colour corrector today because I would like you to see this on its own. And I would say this is a solid medium concealer because I have a hollow here, so I used a light colour there. And then I've been using a darker colour on the rest. But today we'll just use this on the whole under eye. So this definitely feels a little bit more weighty than other concealers, and it's definitely not as hydrating feeling as some other concealers would be. I would definitely be more inclined to pick up my Fenty concealer on an everyday basis because it's easy. Don't have to worry about it, drying down super fast. This concealer has an InvisiFlex technology. So it's designed that once it sets down, the actual concealer will move as your face moves. I do think you can tell because once this sets down, I don't get any creasing as long as I have hydrated my under eyes, okay? If I haven't hydrated my under eyes, then I can see how this would get a little bit cray-gray. Very self-setting, very flattering, beautiful on mature and dry under eyes. The next product I'm sharing with you is not a new product to the world, but it's definitely a new product to me. So this is the Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 30. It is available in 16 shades, which are flexible. So this has a buildable oil-free coverage. It is packed with SPF 30. It has skincare ingredients to help hydrate, smooth, and brighten. It also contains vitamin C. So I picked this up in the shade Alaska, which is light too. So look, if you are in any way familiar with Nars, and I think some of you will be, and if you are familiar with their complexion products are notoriously known for leaning yellow. I don't know why, but they are. However, on the website, it says to let the product dry down before you determine whether it's a good colour match or not. And I think that's a really important point to note. So when I pop the shade Alaska on, you'll see that it looks really yellow. I mean, I have yellow in my skin, so it's not too bad, but you have to blend it in and you have to let it dry before you make that decision on the colour, because look, can you see how it's just become one with my skin? I would say this is a skin tint, a true skin tint, and oh, it's gorgeous. It really is beautiful. I was blown away from the moment that I first used this. Now, you can see again, I'm applying with my fingers. I keep doing that recently, don't I? What is happening to me? I think it's because I'm trying a lot of lighter coverage products, and I've tried to apply this in lots of different ways, but it's definitely 110% best applied with your fingers because it is like a moisturizer. It's like a moisturizer with a decent amount of coverage. It's just gorgeous. Oh, it honestly is. And you can see there that it's just given me a really super light amount of coverage, but it's not nothing. It's not like there's nothing on my skin. And I think for somebody who has skin like me, so mature and dry, I think you'd really love this. I really do. I would say that the finish of this is between a natural and a bordering on dewy finish. So what do you think about the tinted moisturizer? For me, how something feels on the skin is just so incredibly important. I don't want to feel anything there. I don't want to feel tackiness. I want to feel like I'm wearing nothing. And that's exactly what this Nars tinted moisturizer is all about. It doesn't have the most longevity in the world. Now, I wore this yesterday. I wore it for a full, oh gosh, more than 12 hours yesterday. And it was still there at the end of the day, but it had faded considerably. And I did want to say about the price of this, although you are paying €50, you're getting a whopping amount of product with this. You're getting 50 ml. That is almost double what you get with the majority of skin tints and moisturizers. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. So next is another new to me product, and I picked this up in the sale. This is by Makeup by Mario. So it's called the Softsculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, and I have this in the shade Light Medium. It is a weightless balm which warms, tints and evens your skin tone while nourishing the skin, and it is available in 6 universal shades. So this retails for about €40. So this is a bronzer. Holy moly. I am a little bit in love with this product. I think it's just beautiful. So I'm going to pop it on with my BK Beauty 112, which is just perfect for bronzer. So I'm just going to swirl into it. It feels like silk. It has that balmy texture. It's like the Merit bronzing balm, but it has much more to it. So it has more pigment, but it has that balmy texture, but it just, it melts into your skin. It's like it becomes your skin. I don't have to do anything to make this work. It's effortless, silky. I think it has a time and a place. I think for every day, this is my number one. Oh my gosh, like completely. It has this beautiful way of warming up and sculpting without being too orange and warm. It's never going to look too heavy. It's phenomenal. I don't think you can ever mess this up, genuinely. So if you haven't checked out this skin enhancer yet, you need to. You really need to go and swatch it, and you'll see for yourself. I'm not sure I would wear it on a night out. I would go for probably a powder bronzer because you're going to get more longevity out of it. But for every day, it's everything. It's just incredible. Love, love, love. And we are continuing with the positivity with the blush that we are using today. So this is the YSL Make Me Blush, and I have this in the shade 93, which is Restless Rose. So these are long-wearing, waterproof, buildable blushes available in both satin and matte formulas. They are lightweight and blurring. They last on the skin for up to 24 hours without the skin looking or feeling dry. This is described as a peachy pink, and this is the satin formula. So they do have them in matte as well. There are 8 shades to choose from, and these are pricey little numbers. Obviously, it's YSL, so these will set you back about 45 euros. And for that, you get 6 grams of product. I was torn between this shade and the shade 44. And actually, I have a really lovely viewer friend, Anne-Marie, who picked up 44 and she raves about it. And now I'm jealous because I know that it's such a beautiful shade. But this for me is just a perfect everyday shade. You've got this beautiful packaging. I mean, it's luxury, isn't it? It's super luxury. I love it. I can't ever knock YSL on their packaging. And you have a little mirror in here as well. So, you know, you're getting bang for your buck in that sense. I'm just going in with my BK Beauty 111. So I'm just going to dip into here. I don't think I have ever used such a blurring blush. These have the most smoothing formula that I think I've ever used. Now, if you've been here to my channel before, you will know that I'm not the biggest powder fan. So I definitely will stand by what I say, that creams and liquids are more flattering on more mature skin. However, this it's just gorgeous. It's just so smoothing and you can build and build. And that's what I like about this. When you go in with it, it takes a little bit to build it up with this shade anyway. And I think that is so much better than going in and just having a load of blush on your face that's hard to blend out. And in terms of the finish of this, it's not shimmery, but it definitely has some gold flecks in there. And although they are not completely noticeable, they are definitely there, but it doesn't come up shimmery or highlighter-esque on the skin. It's very, very similar to Nars Orgasm, so those little gold specks, but it's not as noticeable as the Nars. Let me tell you about the longevity of this blush. Again, I wore this for 12 hours and it didn't budge, fade or move. I don't think I've ever used such a blurring and flattering blush on my skin. It's really, really pretty. So I have been testing a setting spray recently and I'm really, really not sure about it. So it's this one from Huda Beauty. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Spray. I picked up the mini and I'm glad I did. So the mini costs about 16 euros and the full size is about 34 euros. So this claims to be a long-lasting setting spray that blurs pores, controls shine and locks makeup for 16 hours. The great thing about this is it is alcohol and fragrance free. It contains rice starch and niacinamide and it has this ball inside. Now, it's worth noting that people have reported an issue with the full size at least, where the ball is actually getting trapped inside the mechanism. And that's what I really love about Huda. She will come out and say, do you know what? Something is amiss with this and we are going to be working on it. So she said that there is a chance that that little ball is going to get stuck inside the mechanism. If it does, open it up and free it. And obviously that's not ideal, but that's what's happening with this. I've not experienced it with this mini, so maybe it's just different because of the size of it, but that's worth noting. And I think moving forward, they will be changing up the design. Honestly, I've not really been loving this on my dry skin. So this claims to give a natural finish to the skin. So it's a soft focus finish, which in my interpretation means a bit of a soft matte finish. My skin is a little bit luminous right now. So we'll pop this on and you can tell me what you think about it after it. So we'll give it a good shake. I like how it doesn't feel suffocating. That's a great thing about this setting spray. So I did initially enjoy the finish of this. However, it tends to dry out my makeup. So I couldn't understand a couple of days in a row how I'd done my makeup the same way. And my under eyes had become really dry and really creased. And I had done nothing different other than use this. I feel like this does dry out my skin a little bit. Now it looks really nice and soft now, but over the course of the day I've just felt a little bit like it's interfered with my makeup. Feel like that happens when I powder first. So that's why I've not powdered my under eyes yet, because I'm still trying to figure out whether this interferes with my concealer. The rest of my face, I think it just tones down the shine and just makes it look really, really pretty. I think if you had more oily skin, so normal to oily or oily, I think you would like this setting spray a lot better than what you would the Charlotte Tilbury. So we'll pop some powder on and then we'll see how my face is sitting. So I've been testing out a new loose powder. So this is the Makeup Forever HD Perfecting Loose Powder. And again, I picked up the mini because I am still on the hunt for a replacement for my Givenchy loose powder. This is a translucent powder, €40 for the full size and about 17 for this little size. Now the only thing that I hate, the packaging is horrible. It takes all of my strength to open it up and it has this kind of netting, which is a little bit annoying. I'm not gonna lie, I do find that a little bit inconvenient, but it's fine. I do prefer packaging like, you know, with the Huda and the Givenchy. This is an extremely finely milled powder. So if you don't like that, you're not going to like this. So it borders on dusty. You know, it's not the same formulation as the Huda or the Givenchy, but it is really lightweight and very, very blurring. And I've been really enjoying using it under my eyes. Going to dip into it with my Real Techniques Expert Concealer Brush. Just tap it off and I'm just going to pop it into my problematic areas. And then I'm going to take my BK Beauty N14 brush and I'm just going to take a little bit just around the nose. Do you know what? I really like this powder. I think it's really, really nice. I love how lightweight it is and it sets and it blurs my under eyes and it doesn't look heavy or cakey. And I really, really appreciate that. Is it a replacement for my Givenchy? No. It's not a replacement yet. The quest continues, my friends. The quest continues. Going back to the setting spray, to get the best out of this, do your powdering last after this. That's my advice, because this definitely doesn't work well over my powder. And I think that's because it has, I'm pretty sure this is a powder-based formula, isn't it? I think if you had a different skin type to me, you would be literally obsessed with this. I think you would love it. So to finish off with lips, I picked up this from Fenty Beauty. This is the Gloss Bomb Stix. So I'm pretty sure that they've just released some shimmering versions of this. So this retails for €24 and I picked this up in the shade Is It Fussy, which is 04, which is supposed to be a dusty pink. So this claims to be a creamy stick meets glaze formula, which is infused with squalene, vitamin E and shea butter. So again, that is the shade Is It Fussy. In terms of the formula, gorgeous. It feels like a lip balm and I don't think I've ever tried anything quite like this that feels so weightless. It literally feels like you've got nothing on, but it gives you this amount of coverage. Now, I don't hate the shade. I just feel like it looks a little bit cool on me and I just don't love that. I just don't love it. So I like to pair it with a lip liner. So I'm just going to take it off a minute and put some lip liner on. Again, this is a me problem and an olive skin problem. Lipsticks can come out looking completely different on someone with olive skin. So I'm just going to go in with my Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Worthy. It's just a perfect neutral. And then I'm going to go in with the Gloss Bomb Stix. Yeah, so it just tones it down a little bit and makes it a little bit more wearable for me. The only other thing that I'm not a big fan of with this is the taste. It tastes chemically, but yeah, it's a gorgeous formula. It's, you know, it's not too glossy and it's 110% not sticky. I really, really like it, but have a good look at the shades and make sure that you're choosing the right one. So do let me know, have you tried any of these products? If you have, what do you think of them? And what have you been your favorite products that you've tried recently? Let me know if there's something that you think I need to check out. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.